couch, dogs, me, guitar lessons. Hey there, Liquid Riffers. Welcome to another installment of the never-ending fingerstyle rhythm pattern video series in which we alternate every week between beginner, intermediate, and advanced. Beginner, intermediate, and advanced indefinitely. So today we're going to work out the fingers in both hands with some advanced fingerstyle rhythm patterns and riffs. So first we're going to learn a short one, a sweet one, a percussive jazz fusion one. And I kind of created a 4-chord chord progression for you to practice this with, and it sounds something like this. Okay, something like this, and you can loop it around. So you start with D minor and you play strings 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, pretty simple, right? Now you do a thump and strum like this. Okay, if you don't know how to thump and strum, go watch the 6 percussive guitar techniques video and then come back. You simply hit the bass strings with this part of the hand, the bottom of the palm, and then you use your fingernails to strum at the same time. Okay, like this. And that creates this sound. Then you pick strings 1, 2, and 3 together. So you get. Okay? Now practice this until you're comfortable with this. Then move on to the second half. The second half is strings 1, 2, and 3 again, twice. Then you play strings 4, 3, and then you thump and strum again. So the second half is, okay, chord, strings 4, 3, and then thump and strum again. So together it's 4, 3, 2, 1, thump and strum, chord, 4, 3, thump and strum. Okay, this is not too demanding. I know you can handle this, so let's go over this one last time slowly. That's all there is. Then you play F major 7. F major 7 is 0, 1, 2, and 3 on strings 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, and you do exactly the same thing. Then you do D minor and F major 7 again. And then you do G minor add 9, which is a bar on the 3rd fret, and your pinky on the E string, the 1st string on 5, okay, to get the add 9 sound. So you pick strings 1, 2, 3, and 6 this time. So instead of the 4th string, you just play the 6th string instead. So you get this. It's exactly the same pattern. Okay, but you noticed I did something different here. I took the pinky off in the middle of the picking pattern. I took it off on the second half when I pick the chord the second time. Remember, you pick the chord twice, and then you play strings 6, 3, and then thump and strum. So when you play the chord the second time, you take the pinky off. So it sounds like this. And you get this. Got it? That creates a sort of a mini solo inside the chord. Okay? So again, 6, 3, 2, 1, thump and strum, pick, and then pick it twice, take the pinky off the second time, then string 6, 3, thump and strum. And then you play A minor 7. You play it like this, 3, 5, and 5 on strings 1, 2, and 3. This is a C chord, but if you play it with the open A string, instead of 3 on the A string, okay, this is C. If you play it with an A bass, it becomes A minor 7. So you play everything the same way, but your bass note this time is the 5th string. Okay, and then you play the G minor add 9 again. and then you play A minor 7 flat 13. So you play, instead of 3, 5, and 5, you play 3, 6, and 5. Okay, like this. To get that crystalline sound of the chord. So 3, 6, 5, and the open A string. And again, I take the finger off of the E string exactly at the same spot that I took it off for the G minor add 9. Okay, to get this interesting sound. Okay, when I pick the chord the second time on the second half of the riff, I take the finger off of the E string to create an open E string sound to get that minor second sound. And then I start again. So D minor, F major 7, twice, and then G minor add 9. Take the pinky off, then A minor 7, or A minor 7 flat 13 the second time, and take the finger off. Okay, so that's the first exercise. The second exercise is another short one because the third exercise will be a long one. This is the chorus for The Boxer by Simon and Garfunkel. I made it into a Travis picking lick like this. Okay, now the exercise here is to change the chord from this position to this position. This is C sharp minor. You put on a bar on 4, A minor shaped, and then you play a B chord like this. You keep the bar on the 4th fret and use your pinky for the 7th fret of the 6th string. And you play strings 2, 3, 4, and 6. Okay? This is the G-shaped chord voicing. This is a G chord. It's if you want to bar it, but you don't. So this is the fingerstyle way to go about it. A bar on 4, 7 on the bass. So practice this. Okay, for C sharp minor, play strings 2, 3, 4, and 5. And for B, 2, 3, 4, and 6. So let's learn the melody first, because the melody is pretty easy. It's the Travis picking part that's the advanced part. So it's 5, 5, 4, 5 on the second string. Okay, and you're inside the C sharp minor chord, and you can harmonize with the 3rd string. And you can also take the pinky off of the 3rd string. Okay, to create a 6, 6, 4, 6 harmony with the 3rd string. Okay, and then you start the Travis picking. And then it's 5, 5, 5, still inside the C sharp minor chord. It's with the bass notes. And then you make the transition into the B chord, but you leave the 5 on the 2nd string, and then you pick it and pull it off. Okay, but your new bass note is the E bass string on 7. Now the alternating bass notes for the G-shaped chord are the E and D strings, so you get this. Okay, so okay, and then you play 4 again, so it's 5, pull off to 4 on the 2nd string, then 4 on the 2nd string again, then 6 on the 3rd string, and then 4 on the 2nd string again. So you play the 6 with your 3rd finger. That's the only one you've got free, because you're not going to stretch your 2nd finger, and you know, it might hurt your tendons. So you use the finger which is closest. So you have your 2nd finger for 5 and your 3rd finger for 6. So like this. So that's basically it. It's and then you just loop it around. Now when you play 5, 5, 4, 5, when you loop it around, you're still on the B chord, so you keep playing it. Okay, so it's a loop between C sharp minor and B. Now, I'm not gonna teach you Travis picking here. I've got a video for that, the 20 beginner Travis picking exercises video. Go watch it if you're not fluent with Travis picking. But when you play it with Travis picking, it sounds like this. And you'll get it eventually. Okay, the major part of learning this is learning the correct finger positions. Okay, playing it like this and then like this. Okay, watch my fingers. Change, keep the 5. Third finger, and then 5 again. Then back to the C sharp minor. Okay, so you can practice this first before you even add any rhythm to it. Okay, now for the main course, the big riff. We're gonna learn a riff made out of 3 different riffs. 2 of them have the same picking pattern, but they have different finger positions. And the third one is kind of harmonic chord change thing. You'll see. It's a lot of double stops, but let's quit the theoretical babble and play it. It sounds like this. That's basically it. So you bar the 2nd fret for the A chord and you leave the 5th string open, so you have the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th strings barred, okay, for A. And you play this. You play the 5th string, then you play strings 2, 3, and 4, and you hammer on 3 on the 2nd string and 4 on the 4th string. Now this rhythm pattern, the beginning of it, it's kind of the same thing as the beginning of the traveling chord riff that I taught you a few weeks ago. So if you've learned that, then it's basically the same thing. You hammer them on, and then you slap, then you pull them off again. You play strings 2, 3, and 4, and you pull them off. So it's the 5th string, the chord, strings 2, 3, and 4, you hammer on 3 on the 2nd string, 4 on the 4th, and you slap, then you play the chord again, strings 2, 3, and 4 on 3, 2, and 4, and you pull it off. And then the 5th string again. So it's kind of a palindrome. It ends the same way it started. Okay? Upwards and backwards. So 5th string, hammer on, slap, pull off, 5th string, and then you play this. Okay, 2 on the 3rd string, 5 and 5 on strings 2 and 4. Okay, this 5, 2, and 5 on strings 2, 3, and 4, and then you play the 2nd chord, strings 2, 3, and 4 again, on 3, 2, and 4. That's your 2nd chord. That's the chord you hammered on. But this time you put it on entirely, including the bar, because then you take it off. Okay? So it's these 2 chords. And then you slap, you actually thump and strum the A chord. Okay? The first time around, you thump and strum, hammer on the 3 and 4 again on strings 2 and 4, so it sounds like this. Okay, and then you play strings 2, 3, and 4. With the bar, you play the A chord. So it's thump and strum, hammer on, A chord. Okay, like this. So what you get is this. Okay, 5 and 5, actually 5, 2, and 5. 3, 2, and 4, thump and strum on A, hammer on the 3 and 4 again, and then play the A. Okay, pick it. Strings 2, 3, and 4 together. And that's the riff. The second time around, you just thump and strum the A, and you don't hammer on and pull off. So it's just this. Okay? And that's the picking pattern. Okay, that's the first one. It's okay, now the second riff is the same picking pattern, but it's a different chord. It's D. So we bar 9 on strings 1, 2, and 3. The open D string is our bass note this time. And we pick this. Okay? This time we hammer on 10 and 11 on the second and third strings. We pick the second and third strings on 9 and we hammer on 10 and 11. And then the slap, and then we pull them off. So, okay? Bass, hammer on, slap, pull off, and then bass again. And then we slide those same two notes, 10 and 11, to 12 and 13. Okay, that's the third chord this time. And then back again. Okay? So it's... okay? With the thump and strum. Again, exactly the same picking pattern. Our three chords are 9 and 9, 10 and 11, and 12 and 13. On strings 2 and 3, our bass note is the fourth string. It's exactly the same picking pattern. It's exactly the same picking pattern as the A picking pattern. Okay? Okay? Same picking pattern, different three chords. These three chords are, and these three chords. Okay? Once you get the chords down, the picking pattern is exactly the same. Now, the third one is different. It's this. Okay? It's an E picking pattern. Now, we're moving chords forward and backwards, and this time we're doing E, D, and E. So it's a D shape, 4, 5, and 4 on strings 1, 2, and 3. Okay, for E. For D, it's 5, 7, and 7. Okay, remember the first exercise? We played it here on 3, 5, and 5. Now it's on 5, 7, and 7. 2 frets above what we played. And then E is 2 frets above that. 7, 9, and 9. Now the picking pattern is this. Bass, okay, the E bass, and then the chord. Then we slap. And then D. Then E. Then it's this. Okay, it's ba-ba-ba, ba-ba-ba. That's the sound. It's bass, chord, slap, chord. It's the bass again, 5, 7, 7 again, D, slap immediately, and immediately after that you play the first E, 4, 5, and 4. So you get this. Ba-da-da. Okay? Ba-da-da. Okay? Bass, chord, slap, chord. Bass, chord, slap, chord. Okay? This looks simple, but sometimes when you try simple things out, they're a lot more difficult and confusing than the harder stuff, because sometimes you think something is harder, so you concentrate more, and when you think something is simple, you just say, all right, I'll wing it, and then you can do it. So sometimes it's better to work on these things slowly. So, got it? Bass, E, slap, D, E, bass, D, slap, E. Okay, and then you can just go back to the D, and then go back to A, and loop that around. So that's the third exercise. Not as difficult as you first thought, right? But still, takes work, and I hope you're gonna have a lot of fun with it. But before you go practice this, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There's a ton of lessons already on the channel for you to learn, and I upload a new one every couple of days or so, and a full fingerstyle arrangement lesson every couple of weeks. So go download the tab for this lesson. The link is right below in the description. You can't miss it. It's over at the website. Everything is for free, the tab, the lessons, everything. But if you want to give something back, there's a large blue donation button right above the tabs. You can't miss that. It's a large blue donation button that says donate. And everything goes right back into lick and riff, into making the lessons, making the exercises, working on them, producing the lessons, editing it, uploading it. It all takes time and work. So if you want to help out, I'd be more than grateful for anything you wish to give, so thank you in advance. Now, you go practice this. If you have any questions, leave them in the comment and I'll try to answer them in the next lesson. So thank you very much for watching. Feel free to share this lesson with anyone you want. And I'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you very much for watching. Bye for now.